Hi there, and welcome. This is Relaxing with Dad, ASMR. I hope that wherever you are this evening, that you are in the process of unwinding from what has been a wonderful day for you, and that you are looking forward to relaxing with me here tonight. With tonight's video, I'm excited to give you guys the opportunity to get to know me a little bit more. I know with my channel being very, very young, and with me being new to creating ASMR content, there may be some curiosity about who I am as a content creator, about what inspires the content that I'm looking forward to creating, and also just about maybe who I am as a person. So with this video, again, I would like to maybe provide some insight on those topics, as well as provide some classic relaxing triggers that we all enjoy here this evening. So again, wherever you are, I hope you're getting cozy, maybe wrapping up under a blanket or lying down already for the evening, and again are ready to relax with me tonight. So, one of my all-time favorite triggers has always been microphone brushing. And how I have watched and listened and followed ASMR for almost a decade now. And mic brushing has always been at the top of my favorite triggers. An absolute classic. We find it time and time again in roleplay videos, classic trigger videos, it's an absolute staple. And as I stated, I've been listening to and watching ASMR for almost a decade now. And it has helped me with a lot. I have, at times, struggled with and had challenges with depression and anxiety. And ASMR has been something that I can always turn to. To help relax me or calm me down at times when I may have needed it. very appreciative of what ASMR has been able to do for me and help me through. And honestly, it's because of what it has done for me that I have always wanted to try to branch out and create my own ASMR content for others to enjoy and maybe even feel the same support from. However, up until recently, I felt like I've never really had the appropriate inspiration to drive my content or, center my content around. But we'll get to that in a moment as far as where I gain my inspiration from. Tapping. Tap, 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 tap. Another classic trigger. This is a Magic the Gathering deck of cards. I like the sound it makes when tapping. I've played a little bit of Magic the Gathering. My brother and sister-in-law play a lot. Whenever they come home and visit, we try to play. But that's about the only times that I play. I tried to find random items around the house to create these classic triggers with. Something I wanted to share with you guys are the ASM artists that I enjoy listening to and watching their videos. These artists also have been key in inspiring me to want to attempt my own channel. And some of those artists are as follows. Of course, we have the queen of ASMR being GB ASMR. She was one of the first channels I discovered back when I first started, or I should say first uncovered ASMR. I kind of feel like nobody intentionally seeks out ASMR. Maybe we have all kind of stumbled upon it. I think I can recall my first ever ASMR experience even before this recent decade. Can go all the way back to Toy Story 2. The scene in Toy Story 2 when Woody is getting repaired and stitched up and painted. I remember as a kid, I used to replay that, rewind the VHS of all things. I would rewind that scene over and over and over again because of how relaxing, or how relaxed it made me feel. I see that scene referenced a lot in the ASMR community. So I was very excited when I stumbled upon the ASMR community that we have nowadays and saw how many people expressing similar reaction to that same scene. I was like, yes, I'm not the only one. But anyway, back to the artists that I enjoy. I also really enjoy articulate design ASMR, as well as ASMR Node. I rewatch his cranial nerve exam video over and over again. ASMR&R is a new channel that I've been really enjoying. Creative Calm ASMR. ASMR Jeremiah is a great one out there as well. Kate ASMR is a fantastic channel. ASMR Zeitgeist. That was another one of the first ones I encountered. And fantastic channel and content. Visual Sounds ASMR is another great channel to listen to and follow. And of course, we all know Fred's Voice ASMR. It's a very great channel. I also enjoy Moonlight Cottage ASMR. Also, Birch in the Woods ASMR is a great one. His Area 51 video, roleplay video, is one that I've watched over and over again quite a bit since he published it within the last year. I come back to that one a lot. And then another artist that I greatly enjoy is ASMR Shani and her roleplay content. She's very creative. But yeah, those are some of the main ones that I follow and enjoy and again gain inspiration from. And I highly recommend all of their content if you aren't already following. But yeah, that's been fantastic to watch the community grow and just kind of see uh, the endlessness of creativity that is out there and the content that keeps popping up for new ASMR. Um, we have the doctor role plays and, um, medical role plays, and then just classic trigger videos, all the way to, Joker role plays and anime role plays. And it's just fantastic to see, again, the endless creativity. And that's ultimately what has inspired me to go for it now. Again, as I alluded to before, I felt like I didn't have that final piece of like centered inspiration that I wanted to be the main theme of a channel. But that clicked recently, and that's what I kind of want to share about now. Just a little bit more tapping here for you. So, yeah, where I feel the main theme of my channel is going to come from. I've been married now for a little over 6 years, and my wife and I had our first child in 2021, and we had our second child in 2023, and we have another one on the way before year end here in 2025. And it's now since becoming a father, hence the channel Relaxing with Dad. It's since becoming a father now that I have truly found, my passion. I love everything about being a father. Absolutely the most rewarding job, for lack of a better term, or title that I've ever held in my life. I know I haven't been a father as long as many other people out there in the world and in the community. But in the short 4 years now that I've been a father, I feel I have learned and grown so much already. And there's so many moments with my kids that I just find blissfully relaxing. And one day it was just in one of those moments that I had this kind of realization that maybe I could make content related to or centered around that, or inspired by my day in the life interactions with my children. And I feel that since that moment, I've let more opportunities or more moments with my children slow down. And I've been even more present than I already was in those moments, and allowing myself to maybe listen to the sounds more, or just relax more, or focus more on my child's breathing at that time and listen to how relaxing that is. Or I've noticed how relaxing some of the toys that they play with are, the sounds that those toys make, which that brings us to another silly trigger. This is a toy they play with. And one day, just tossing this back and forth. I thought the sound of the silicone hair, for lack of a better term, I thought the sound of it shaking was very relaxing. Another little toy that they play with. We've all seen these before. I don't know the formal name of this toy. If you know it, please let me know. But I found the sounds that this makes, the little pins, to be relaxing. And I thought that could be a nice ASMR trigger. Hopefully, you enjoy that. So, yeah, I find myself nowadays just looking around the house for anything that I think could be or produce nice trigger sounds or could be incorporated in a video. But again, the inspiration now really comes from being a father and my real life interactions with my children. And I thought those interactions could, be turned into fun roleplay inspirations. So that's what one of the main video types I'm looking to do with my channel is kind of videos again inspired by those interactions with my kids. So I'm looking to do role play content where the viewer is, my child from the perspective of my child, and it's again based around real life encounters I have with my children. Things like maybe helping them get to bed at night, or maybe helping them when they're sick feel better, or helping them with a cut that they got on their leg, and I'm looking to clean it up for them. So first aid style role plays, but again from the perspective of my child and inspiration from my day-to-day interactions with my kids. Because again, I've really found, being a father, of course, to be very rewarding. And when you allow yourself to slow down in those moments, it's very relaxing and very precious. Now, I don't plan on having that be my only style of content, though. Um, I'm also all about, mental health and taking care of yourself and making sure you have time for yourself. So, of course, as any parent can relate to, especially if you're working as well, parenting along with working full time is a very exhausting job in life to have. And we have to always, hopefully be able to find time to take time to ourselves. So when I most oftentimes have time for myself or try to take time for myself is early in the morning or early in the morning before my kids are awake, or late at night after my kids are to bed or are asleep, like tonight. At the time that I'm filming this, I should say. So, with that being said, I do plan on creating other videos that are, centered around things that I like to do to relax or unwind at the end of the night, or things like that, or things that are maybe focused on some of my other hobbies outside of my work and my children. With that, I'd like to share that a little bit about what those might be. It's actually what I have behind me here. As I doubt you haven't, or as I doubt you've already noticed, is my background. On the top shelf, I have the Hylian shield from Zelda. I am a big Zelda fan, and I have played almost every Zelda game out there. And next to it is a Sonic the Hedgehog Christmas decoration, actually. I've always loved the Sonic franchise as well, and have most recently played the Sonic and Shadow Generations, which is a fantastic game for the Switch. Beneath that, I have a couple of this isn't my full collection, but a couple of my World of Warcraft novels. I've played World of Warcraft for all 20, almost 21 years now that it's been out. And I love the novels. And we have some really good ones here. Two of my favorites being Arthas and Illidan. Two fantastic characters in the World of Warcraft lore. These books are a wonderful read, particularly Arthas. Reading the books had always allowed me to appreciate the game that much more. So yeah, that's a little bit about those. On the other shelves, I have up top my Cleveland Guardians baseball hat. I am a big Cleveland sports fan, with baseball always being my first love of sports and the one I'm a biggest fan of. They're doing pretty okay right now to start this season. Um, Despite all the injuries and setbacks they've had, they're still over 500 in the win column right now and are looking to only get better once all the players return from their injuries. So it'll be an exciting stretch in the later days of summer. I'm excited for what we're going to do this year, especially after last year. And beneath that, I have my running shoe, one of them, um, for the purpose of uh, illustrating or showing that I am also an avid runner. Um, I ran competitively in college for cross country and track, but I got injured and didn't run past my sophomore year. Um, I've gotten back into that here and there at times and competed in road races and such. But within the last 5 years or so, really slowed down with it. Only up until recently have I started to get really back into it consistently. But I've always loved running. I follow a lot of runners out there on the competitive circuit, and I'm always excited for track and field at the Olympics every 4 years. So anyway, that's what some of my hobbies outside of work and outside of family that I engage in, and I was possibly gonna create content that's inspired by those things as well. Or again, content around just things I do to relax at night, before and unwind at night before going to bed. That hopefully could be relaxing for the viewer to enjoy with me as well. But I would say the ultimate final inspiration for attempting this ASMR channel is to take on something that I could potentially create as my own and build it up into something that I can be proud of and something that my children can see me do and they can potentially draw motivation and inspiration from, and see that if you put your mind to something and you stay disciplined and you stay consistent with it through the ups and downs, the consistencies or inconsistencies, with it, that through all of that, if you keep your focus and determination, that you can do whatever you want to do, especially with how things are nowadays, with all of the opportunity that's available and all of the creativity that's out there now. If I can do something that can, show them, or that they can see that, again, if you put your mind to it, you can accomplish anything that you want. I would love for this to be something like that for them to see me do and potentially become successful with. So that's my final kind of inspiration that's, driving me to try this. And hopefully you guys enjoy this and stick with me along the journey. and hopefully we welcome many more uh, into the community through this journey as well. So, with that, I just want to say thank you again for joining me this evening. Hopefully, you got to learn a little bit more about me. As well as relax, relax, relax for the night. Again, wherever you are listening from, I hope you have a wonderfully relaxed rest of your evening. We'll see you guys soon. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.